baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes!
Let me see this thing. That's wild. Go on, give it a squeeze. Here we go. That's unreal. See this guy? Yeah, beer jacket.
I don't know if it's just because I'm from Newcastle, but the reactions of like Americans watching England fans at the World Cup cracks me up.
Because we support the US, US, the US. That's the way we like it. We like it. We love it. It's called soccer! It's called soccer! I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win!
Absolutely howling watching some of the Americans' interpretations, is that the right word? Impressions of the British football community that are over in America for the World Cup right now, and obviously the Scottish and the Irish as well. Guys, you ain't seen nothing yet, okay? If we get through the group stages and we start getting to the quarterfinals and the semi-finals, it is going to be carnage. I don't think there's enough alcohol in America to accommodate the amount of drinking that the British, the Scottish and the Irish are going to do. Just to pre-warn you, okay? I hope they are teaching you some fun new songs, which I'm sure they are, because oh my god, I love the build-up to the football games. All the old tunes come out like Vindaloo and oh god. It is so much fun.
Welcome to Blighty Blighted, your fairly regular reminder that if there's one thing guaranteed at a World Cup, it's British football fans making an impression. Now then, Yanks are a funny bunch, aren't they? So imagine you're an American family attending your very first World Cup match. You've bought the shirts, you've learnt a few chants. You're expecting a pleasant afternoon watching what you insist on calling soccer. Then, the England fans arrive. Good heavens. Within minutes, you've got thousands of Brits singing songs older than some countries. Everyone's joining in, arms round complete strangers, pints being raised. The noise alone could probably register on the Richter scale. To an American, it must feel like they've accidentally walked into Britain's biggest family reunion.
Ah, cheers! Are you sure you don't want a beer?
No, I'm fine with water. It's fine, it's fine.
All right, yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, so the other day when I was walking back to my
Coward! You make me sick.
I've got work this afternoon.
Hiding in the shadows. Hiding from who you truly are.
Leave me alone, please.
Together, we could rule the world. Oh, here I go. Rule the world.
It's only midday.
Come on, drink me.
Is he okay?
Stop it! Shut up!
I've just had one of the biggest cultural shocks since moving to America. So I'm sitting outside listening to the football. I'm not inside watching it, but I'm listening to it and having a glass of wine at the same time. And the USA just scored. Congrats to them. But we expected to hear a massive uproar from the neighbours, cheering, shouting. There is nothing. Literally not a peep from anyone anywhere. And if that was in the UK and England scored, for miles you would be able to hear so much shouting and cheering. It's unreal. My husband even came outside like this and he was expecting to hear it as well, and there was literally nothing. But yeah, let me know if you are American and you are interested in watching the football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. Because where I am, it doesn't seem like anyone's bothered by it.
USA! USA!
Oh, I probably 600% more than normal, maybe a little bit more.
Why did you do that?
Because we know that they can go. They go hard. All right, we want to be ready for them. They come here for a great time. We're going to give it to them. Oh, We're making orders every 30, 40 minutes. More kegs, more bottles, more cans. Everything we can bring in, we're ordering.
We're trying to drink Miami dry now. We're doing our best. Boston, we're trying our best to drink Miami beer now. We're doing our very, very best. But it's a different saying. It's a lovely saying. But we're trying our very, very best. Thank you. Come on, Scotland.
Why is the World Cup held in America when Americans don't know how to kick a football and don't care about the sport? Look at this video. I have seen more atmosphere in a graveyard.
I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win! I believe that we will win!
And look at this. They don't even know that it's happening anyway.
So here I am. What's the huge event that's going on in America in 3 weeks' time? One of your biggest events in history. What's it going to be? What's it going to be called?
4th of July.
Say that again?
4th of July.
In 3 weeks' time. So it's one of the biggest events in American history. Ready?
Go for it.
The 2026 World Cup for soccer.
The way these people didn't even know the World Cup was happening in their country. Why don't Americans care about the World Cup? I don't understand it. It's one of the biggest things to be ever happening in your country, and they don't care at all. They don't even seem to have passion behind their team. I don't think I've ever seen an American say they even support Team USA.
A man deliberately poured beer on a girl's head during the World Cup, and he has now been fired and forced to apologize. The man has been identified online as Patricio Hernandez Pons. The incident happened inside a stadium while fans were celebrating. Content creator Terry FIFA has later posted a video showing the moment a drink was thrown directly at her. At first, she said she did not get angry because she thought it was part of the celebration. But when she watched the footage again, she realized the drink was aimed at her on purpose. The video quickly went viral. Many people said Patricio's behavior was not a joke and showed a lack of respect. Several influencers also shared the video and called for more respect at sports events. After the backlash, people online began looking into Patricio's background. Some users claimed he was connected to the Cha 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 restaurant, which has locations in Miami and Los Angeles. The restaurant was then flooded with negative reviews, and its rating reportedly dropped sharply. Patricio has reportedly been banned from stadiums for life. He was also fired and later apologized, but many people said the apology only came after the video exposed him. What do you think?
Because that's literally just like a Saturday night out in the tune. It's just not abnormal behaviour. And they're like, wow, this is like so cool. And I'm like, there doesn't even need to be a match on for people to get on that way and stack. So
I've literally just seen this video on TikTok about the World Cup and the Brits being in America and then running out of beer. One pub recorded that they drunk 5,000 beers in one sitting. That's insane. No one touched the Bud Light though. They've got plenty of that crap still there. But yeah, I think they've been drinking Tennent's or something like that because that was the only thing that they really have. But I like my Stella, to be honest with you, or a bit of Cruz Campo. But oh my God, seriously, they are drinking the place completely dry. And bloody good on them as well, because so far we've done pretty well. I know it's only one game, but there you go. God forbid if we ever won it. I don't know how much drink they'd actually go through, but it's actually quite funny to watch. And guys, keep on drinking.
Look, I get it, it's cool, but soccer's just not my thing. I just don't get the hype of the World Cup. It's not for me. I just don't really think it's that exciting of a sport, to be honest. It's a lot of passing back and forth. The sets I don't really get. Fans are into it. They have this hydration break. Aren't these guys supposed to be able to go for a long time? I don't know. I'm getting sold a little bit, but not there yet. At least I got Texas Twinkies. Hey, ref! You know what? Not bad. We did the wave, pretty cool. I'm starting to pick things up. I'm getting it a little bit now. I got this flag for South Africa. I can get into soccer, football. Oh my God, that was sick. This sport is unbelievable. In the last 3 minutes, he just ripped the goal. I'm so in on this. I'm so in on this. Canada! Canada! Goal! Oh my God. I love the World Cup. Love it. Unbelievable atmosphere. This was insane. Look at this. Look at it. It's incredible. Incredible. Great match by both these teams. Went to the 90th minute. Last second goal by Canada. just simply poetic. There's nothing better than the World Cup.
Seeing the Scots and the English in the US has been my favorite thing to do for the past 6 days, because what Americans are seeing in the World Cup of how Scottish people and English people behave is the exact reason why I decided to move to the UK. I have been telling people for so long, there is nobody in this world that parties like British people. Americans are so shocked that they are such a good time, and they think that this is how they are only during the World Cup. But what they don't know is that British people are like that every weekend, especially if it's sunny. I remember going to London one time to a random bar on a random day, and it was like if it was a World Cup party, like everybody with their hands up, singing along. Like, I was shocked. At that time, I didn't even know the song, so I was just standing there in the corner like, what is going on? And another thing that they're noticing is that they don't give a shit what people think about them. They're just here to have a good time. In fact, the more you make fun of them, the more they like you, which is so refreshing for Americans to see, and I am loving this.
The Scottish fans drink Boston dry.
Drink them dry, straight out of beer.
Like the Scottish people are in the streets
So the story is just over 12,000 Scottish?
Yes, Scotsmen.
Traveled to Boston for that first set of games. And they couldn't find buses. They couldn't find anything else. So they called the local schools and rented out all the school buses. And they'd start at like Sam Adams, and they'd just make their way downtown, and they're all cheering. They're all wearing their... It is awesome to see, by the way. But they drank Boston dry. So they had emergency beer shipped in from New York and other places in Massachusetts within a couple of days. They, like, literally, Sam Adams had to close their doors because they had no beer left. These guys were incredible. And the cool part is like, you know, it's neat to see like all of these countries coming in droves to come watch the soccer thing, World Cup. But like, so they're partying, they're having a good time, but they clean up after themselves. You know, so they found one Scotsman and they interviewed him on a local news station or whatever, and they're like, yeah, well, you know, the Americans have been great to us, so we just clean up our rubbish a little bit, you know, just whatever the accent is. But like, then they interview the Parks and Rec guy, and they're like, yeah, we just had to show up with a couple of trucks and just load them up. Like, you never would know that 12,000 Scotsmen were in our parks just partying their asses off, you know what I mean? So I just thought the whole thing was hilarious.
Going to the pub. This is my first World Cup pub experience. England are already down 1. We're going for the second half. Our in-laws have somehow managed to save 2 seats through the whole first half, so let's hope it goes okay. Let's hope there's more games to watch after this, because I got this special shirt and everything. Me and my husband are matching. Let's see. It was a little hairy, but they did it. Up the Harry Kane now. Yeah. Does that make sense?
What a man. Kind of.
Up the hurricane. Sing your song.
Come on, England.
He was gonna sing It's Coming Home, but...
It's coming. No, it's coming.
On the way there, we weren't sure.
A little bit early there.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was fun. That was so fun that they came back like that. What do I say? Go England, go.
Go sports, go.
Go sports, woo!
Dropping hundreds of dollars on beers and not leaving a single cent for a tip? For Aussies, that's just a Saturday night. But in the US, it's sending bartenders into a complete meltdown. As an estimated 1.2 million soccer fans flood the US for the World Cup, local venue staff are discovering that international visitors didn't get the memo about America's tipping culture. The beer is flowing, but the tips are coming up short. One New York waitress revealed large groups are racking up tabs of almost $700 and leaving absolutely nothing. International fans are genuinely so baffled by the American ritual of calculating tips that venues are being forced to change how they operate. And no, they aren't finally paying their workers a proper wage. They're just slapping an automatic 20% fee straight onto the bill.
Just pay your stuff! Just pay your stuff! We won't be tipping for beers at the half!
Venue staff say they're learning to roll with it. But their advice to tourists? Embrace the local customs if you want to have a better time. Is the American tipping system completely broken, or should tourists just cop the extra fee? Let us know your thoughts and head to news.com.au for the latest World Cup updates.
But for why? Grown-ass man zeroed in on a woman with his nasty herpes-infested bear, splashing it. Like a little-ass kid, and then you turned around and act like you ain't do it. Fucking ignorant, big-ass bully. You nasty-looking, oversized green gummy bear bitch. Ugh. Then you got Scary Kate and Nasty over here just laughing and enabling his big ass. Not even taking up for another woman. Just nasty spirited. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
This sport really does blow my mind because there was a World Cup record broken today and its total attendance was 3.6 million people have attended the games throughout the entirety of the group stage. And it's not even over yet. The group stage is not even over and there's been 3.6 million people at games so far. 3.6 million views on a stream, like watching the game, would be insane. That's a really high number. This is the amount of people going. So in attendance, not even watching, the amount of people watching is 10 times that number. I said 10 times that. I might need to times that by 10. 10 times. My goodness. Last time it had 1.5 billion. In order for it to break the streaming record, it would have to do, my goodness, 1.6 billion, which is an astronomical number to even think about. That's just for the final? Oh yeah, this sport is insane. That's just for the, I'm thinking that's the in total. Oh yeah, we'll see if this World Cup can break that record as well. I don't know. I have no idea. This sport is massive, my goodness.
People are quickly realizing it's not the American people that are a-holes. It's our government as a whole, and that they do not represent the people of the United States of America. The second thing that's come out of this is the fact that all of these liberal accounts that have made fun of the United States, talked about how bad we are, how bad our people are, how our business, our corporations are, they're all like, that entire argument is getting completely demolished.
She was so close, so damn close. I need you to understand, or at least sit with me, in how close and how frustrating far away some of these people are from reality. It's the same reality when people say they want populism, but they vote for Trump. Let's have a look at how nuance dies, shall we? I'm a sports psychologist who researches the interrelationship between sport, society, social justice, politics, and so on. So this discourse is fascinating to me. What she's saying is people are realizing that it's not the American people who are the problem, it's the government. And kind of. That has always been a core argument on the left. It's never been every single American is just evil. The critique is that America is filled with generous, warm, complicated people who are living within systems that are authoritarian, violent, racist, anti-immigrant, anti-worker, anti-woman, and deeply hostile to accountability. And she randomly adds corporations into this as well, which I find kind of funny because it's not like people enjoying the World Cup nullifies any critique of corporations. I've seen plenty of international fans criticizing the very corporate American take on the World Cup. You know, like the advertisement breaks. Oh wait, sorry, the water breaks. But the thing that these people conveniently leave out of their arguments is that the US government did not just come from nowhere. These systems are produced by US politics. They're sustained by US institutions, and they are repeatedly protected by millions of Americans who see racism, misogyny, deportation, corporate greed, Christian nationalism, police violence, and just general authoritarianism and think, yeah, I'm going to vote for that. A lot of Americans are lovely, and a lot of Americans are racist as hell. A lot of Americans are kind to tourists, and some of these Americans will smile at football fans in the street, maybe even join in, and turn around and vote for policies that would terrorize these same people if they lived in the US. Somebody really enjoying a tailgate does not cancel out ICE raids. Somebody enjoying the convenience culture that we have in the US does not mean that the corporations that are behind that culture are inherently good. International visitors that are discovering that a lot of Americans can be warm and kind and funny does not exonerate America or Americans who are okay with authoritarianism. Tourist friendliness is not the same thing as being innocent politically.
Americans, I don't know if you would survive in a British pub, okay? I'm 3 years sober now, but let me tell you, you'll walk into the pub at 6 p.m. in England. Next thing you know, it's 12 p.m. You're dancing on the table, strangers all around you, singing random songs. It goes from 0 to 1,000 very quickly. Lots of the time when I used to partake in partying, I would start the day drinking at 10 a.m. and I wouldn't get in until the next day in the evening. And I'm not joking. People in the UK, when it comes to drinking, they are hooligans. And I don't know if you Americans could handle it, honestly. I would love to know your opinions. Americans, do you think you are more party animals or party animals? Or less party animals compared to the UK? What do you think? Please let me know. I'm really interested. I genuinely don't think you guys would survive. I think you guys are a little bit more tame and a bit more sophisticated. But you guys will have to let me know.
With the World Cup happening right now and all of the players from all these different countries having American culture shock, I want to tell you guys how I experienced American culture shock myself. Yes, I'm American, but I did grow up most of my life overseas. Grew up in like Africa, Asia, Europe, moving every 2 years. So when we came back to the US, during summers or periodically, I literally had the biggest American culture shock ever, every single time. I remember my biggest excitement was coming back to the grocery stores just because of, first of all, how big they are and how many options of every single item there was. That was one of the biggest ones. The type of grocery stores that we would have would be like little deli marts, little markets. So that was definitely the biggest thing. Guys, we should not be taking our grocery stores for granted. It's ridiculous how many options we have. I would say the other thing would be convenience of everything. Also, as an American, coming back and being able to hear everyone's conversations. For example, while you're in the grocery store and people are just talking next to you and being able to like fully understand their conversations, feeling like I'm eavesdropping. That was a weird culture shock for me because obviously I was used to not understanding anyone growing up. It felt like I was invading their privacy, understanding every single word that they were saying next to me in the US. So that was another weird thing. I just think it's really funny seeing all of these like Europeans post about being here. And I'm like, I literally went through the same thing with you guys.
Americans do not understand football, they do not understand the World Cup, and they do not understand the culture associated with the beautiful game. But they are starting to learn that now, and it is amazing to see. The Scottish takeover of Boston, fans cleaning up the streets, fans celebrating with the local residents, bagpipes being played at 6:30 in the morning, Japanese and Mexican fans dancing together in the streets, Dutch fans dancing in the streets with local residents. It's not perfect and there are issues like we've seen in New York. Americans are understanding the culture now. They are beginning to see why we love football so much. It's not necessarily about the game. It's about everything around it. The socialness, the interactions with the other fans, the singing, the tribal nature of it. Everything about football is so different to any of the other sports they have. And from what I can see on social media, American fans are starting to appreciate, they're starting to enjoy it, and they're starting to embrace this football culture. If this surge in popularity continues after the tournament, it'll only help the US men's national team. Having children going to school wanting to play football, wanting to play in the park with their friends, is how you grow a successful footballing nation. That is how you get the strongest national team you can, because your talent pool is so much bigger when children start from a young age rather than being forced into it into schools or falling into it. If this continues, we could see a huge increase in the quality of the US men's national team in the next 15-20 years, and they could be challenging for a World Cup in the next 50. Comment below what you think of this and follow for daily World Cup content.
Guess what else happened in Texas? What? They ran out of beer.
No kidding? Again?
Again.
What?
Hundreds of rowdy English soccer fans failed to clear out of a Dallas pub after reportedly drinking 5,000 beers.
What is happening?
5,000. It's our hospitality. They can't believe what nice people we are. That's been their reaction.
No, they can't believe how little we're stocked.
Yes, it is. Well, they ran out of beer. It's the Londoner in downtown Dallas. The Londoner bar and patio. The pub had to shut down at 10 o'clock.
Hold on.
10 p.m. They had to close down because they ran out of beer. Police did respond to a 911 call, but there was no arrest. They just said, okay, sorry guys, we're out of beer.
They just ran out.
Yep.
What is happening?
They love our hospitality and our beer. I wonder if they drank up their kegs of their brew. I wonder if they got down to drinking Busch and Bud Light.
Holy! I mean,
they really don't like our American beer.
It's like it's becoming like an epidemic of sorts.
Well,
like we're running out. There's a beer shortage.
Nope. It's called poor planning. I left out a word there, didn't I?
There's a bar beer shortage around World Cup. That's crazy.
Yeah, poor planning on their part.
Hot dog, packet of crisps, and a drink bigger than my head for $3. Not bad.
That's your first ever bite of Texas barbecue. What do you think?
America is just like the movies, and I can't believe it. We saw this school bus on the way back from Fort Worth, Texas State, and I think I'm too English to understand, but do people actually get this to school every single day?
Look at all this car stuff. I'm in heaven. What's happening? I can get bread, milk, and an air rifle.
Free samples? Yeah, man. Coming here every day. This place is huge. This is an entire grilled chicken.
Yeah, and?
It's only $5.
This is probably the best store I've ever been to. It's mad in here. It's all air conditioned. Absolutely mad.
Dad, where are we? We're at Fort Worth Stockyards. Yeah. What do you reckon? Brilliant. Can't wait to see these cows coming through streets. This looks on. This would go through me like a Ferrari. How big is that license? Croatia, what's happening? Oh, the aircon, nice.
Said howdy.
Howdy.
We don't have this in the UK. You can type in what you want and then it will give you a map of where it is in the store. What's melatonin? Because you can't really get melatonin in the UK.
Here's the aisle.
Oh wow.
And it tells me exactly where in the store
so
it's located.
I tried to warn the Americans about the British. I tried my absolute best, but apparently no one listens to me. I said that when the World Cup started, the Brits would go over to the US and drink places dry. I said that. And guess what? They have done that very thing. We have the Scots up in Boston that have drunk places dry to the point where they're scrambling to figure out where they can find more booze for these folks to drink. Samuel Adams has run out of their lager. They're out of Tennent's. Nobody's drinking Bud Light though because it's water.
And they're not the only ones running dry.
Pretty much everything. We ran out of everything. Tennent's being number one.
White Bull Tavern may have run out of Scotland's iconic Tennent's beer, but that didn't stop the party.
The fans have been unbelievable. They're great. They're fun. They're drinking, partying, having a great time.
The Scots are absolutely incredible. And so many Americans are finally getting to see what I've been trying to say for a long time. British folks are incredibly kind and an incredibly good time, especially if they have a couple pints in them. Now, things can get a little crazy when you give them their booze. English folks were down in Dallas and the police were pleading for them to get out of a pub after they drank 5,000 beers in one pub. People ask me all the time, who do I think can drink more, Americans or Brits? And if this is not the signification that you needed to see today, I don't know what else will tell you this. Brits can just put down the booze. I've never seen anything like it. There's pubs and bars up in Boston that are selling more booze now than they do on St. Patrick's Day. It's just incredible. It's making me very happy, though, to see folks in the U.S. appreciating all of these folks from around the world coming over and getting to experience that bit of a culture exchange over the game of football. Now, with that being said, when I go back home to America after this trip in the UK, I'll be following along with some World Cup food and fandoms, so you might see a little World Cup content coming from your boy. See ya.
The World Cup has taught me that America is its own world. Like, they are really upset that we don't care about soccer. They are here in restaurants watching soccer games where America is playing in sports bars. Americans, we know what a sports bar is, right? Like, you got golf, you got baseball, you got soccer, you got tennis, you got all the TVs, you got NASCAR, bitch, you got what? We got a TV for everything going on. When basketball playing, every game at the same time playing. Like, she said that the Americans scored a goal, but the Americans in the restaurant didn't even give a fuck. They wasn't even paying attention. They are letting us know that America is its own world. Like, one of them said that America don't care about sports. America care about the competition. Facts. That all facts. It's not about the sport. It's about the competition. Like, if you the best knitter, bitch, you better be the best knitter you gonna be. If it's all countries knitting and it's one
where everyone's had 3 drinks too many. Now, before anyone gets upset, it's mostly good fun. Football has always been emotional in Britain. We celebrate loudly. We suffer loudly. And if England score, well, the neighbours 3 streets away will probably know about it. Americans are used to cheering. But British football crowds? That's something else. 90 minutes of singing, banter flying in every direction, groans you can hear from orbit when someone misses an open goal, then absolute bedlam when the ball finally hits the back of the net. It's less a sporting event, more a national group therapy session with scarves. And yes, some supporters do enjoy a pint or 2 before kick-off, or after kick-off, or at half-time, though of course plenty of fans choose not to drink at all, but the reputation has stuck. The British invented queuing politely, and occasionally celebrating football as though civilization depends on it. I do wonder what overseas visitors make of it all. 1 minute they see quiet, reserved Britons apologizing because someone else stepped on their foot. The next minute they're watching thousands of us singing at full volume because someone won a corner. The transformation is remarkable. Football has a funny way of doing that. For 90 minutes, accountants become opera singers. Builders become philosophers. Grandfathers become teenagers again. Everyone suddenly becomes an expert referee. The World Cup reminds the world that when it comes to football, the British may not always be the quiet, reserved people they imagined. And perhaps that's no bad thing. After all, life would be rather dull if we celebrated goals with a polite round of applause. Cheerio and keep cheering out there in America. I will see you all in the next video.